Okay, good grand rising, everybody. I'm on one of my walking talks. This time I'm going to talk about Angela Stanton. I'm pretty sure a lot of us should know who she is, or would know who she is. Okay, she was the young lady that was, or the lady that was pardoned by Trump. And I think it was, I don't know exactly what year it was, but she was, she was in jail for criminal activity. Had something to do with cars, and she had gotten some time, and she was pardoned by Trump. Okay, so she's a stout anti-abortion extremist. Okay, your opinion about women's reproductive rights is your opinion, and that's your right. Okay, so I'm not really concerned about that. She came from some difficult times, and she built herself up to who she is now. She's a very popular, I don't want to say political figure, but she talks and speaks about a lot, on politics and stuff like that. She has worked with Republicans. She's worked with one of the Kennedys, helping endorse them and stuff like that. Now, she claims she's not Republican anymore or she doesn't support that platform because she saw that they did not have a plan for her people, which makes sense. So I think she's more independent, but very articulate woman. She has some knowledge about, how politics goes and certain political figures. She's very, she knows certain Nation of Islam popular figures and stuff like that, okay? So our community, the black community, a lot of us in the so-called, well, not necessarily conscious community, but a lot of our people support her, and, they like what she says, how she says it. Like I said, she's very well spoken, beautiful woman and stuff like that. So I don't have a problem with her, major problem with her stance on reproductive rights. That's her right, even though she's a very extremist. I wouldn't want anybody who in place with that type of extremism making laws for our people, or the ability to influence laws or whatever on our people, or anybody else for that matter. So that's not the main issue that I have with Miss Stanton. I've watched quite of interviews of her talking to various people and podcasts and things of that nature. And one particular interview just really made me disdain her. Okay, so she's on there, and of course she's talking about abortion. That stays on her mind day in, day night. Okay, that's her right. She can talk on anything she wants to talk on. But you gotta, if you call yourself looking out for your people and you're into politics, you got to be more concerned about what's going on us than just one subject. But she's on here talking about particularly black women, and we have more abortions than anyone else, and she accused black American women, now she's talking about black American, she ain't talking about no foreign woman, of turning our sons gay. Let me say that again. Accusing black single mothers of turning our sons gay. She made a very offensive remark about women concerning leadership, and she said, now you can find this video, she does not believe that a woman should be president. Okay, women shouldn't be president. Now, I could see if she was just talking or speaking on Kamala, but she said women. She didn't say Kamala. Now, let me put my disclaimer in. I am not pro-Kamala, pro-Democrat. I did vote, but I didn't vote Democrat or Republican. I voted Libertarian, or Liberty Party, or the Green Party, one of them, I don't even remember. I'd have voted for Fido before I voted for Kamala or Trump, okay? So she's saying all these things, and I'm just looking at her first. First, Angela, your kids are by all different men. You have multiple fathers for your kids, and you were not married when you were having these kids. Okay, for the most part. So, you know, you don't want to be too arrogant when you talk about other black women. You've done the same. You were a criminal, and you went to jail for at least 2 years, and your mom and grandma had to take care of at least 4 of your kids. And when you got out, they were dead. I guess they were. You didn't bring 4 kids on them. Pretty sure you never trained them. They had to. I don't believe that you were raising them before you went to jail, Angela. I think that you threw your kids off on your mom and grandma before you went to jail. So she had a hard time when she got out. She was dragging her kids from pillar to post, going to different women's shelter and stuff like that. She went through it, okay? So I'm not trying to put her down, but I'm trying to help you see something about her. So you don't need to be arrogant about black women and our situation with our children and being single mothers, because that's what you were, okay? You're multiple baby daddies for your now 5 kids, okay? So let's go back to her accusing us of making our sons, or turning them gay. That's our fault. Black women have been raising children as single mothers since forever, and our kids didn't just turn out gay. Why you don't know that that's the influence in society? They're being influenced through the music, through propaganda, through other kids that have been fairly turned out. That's not black single mothers' fault. And then you got the nerve to accuse us of turning our sons out to be gay, but you got a gay son that's trying to be a woman. Angela, your gay son is trying to sit up here trying to be a woman. Did you turn him out to be gay? Did you turn your son into a trans woman? Did you do that? But you want to accuse us for these same things happening to our sons. All right? So any woman, especially black woman, the way she talks down about us, I feel like you're a fool for supporting her in any shape, form, or fashion. Yeah, she talks a good talk, but I notice that she'll lie and twist facts to support her narrative. Just sit there and listen to her and stop being taken in by people just because you like what they say. That's how we got taken in by the Pan-Africanists and the Hoteps and stuff like that. We thought they were talking a good game, but once we became educated ourselves, and once we started living, having more experiences, we knew all that stuff we learned from them was bullshit. It wasn't intellectual at all. It wasn't conscious at all. But because we like what we hear, especially women, because that's how we're wired, we fell into their trap, hook, line, and sinker, because we refuse to look and look at what they're saying and doing our what they were saying and doing our own due diligence and research into that. Okay, we didn't try to make sense of it or nothing. We just took it in. That's what you're doing with this crazy woman. All right. So, I mean, like I said, everybody has a right to their opinion, but this is overboard. This is unacceptable. And I have to talk to sisters. I have to wake you up. If this woman could, you would be having children no matter what your situation was or is. And after the baby is born, nobody's going to help you. Don't nobody care. You would be under the power and the foot of men inside the home and outside. If you were an abusive man, you would just have to stay there and continue to be abused. If she had her way, you wouldn't have no leadership positions, because as a woman, just because you are, how you doing, brother? You are a woman, you're not qualified to have any type of leader position. That's for a man. Oh my God. Y'all can't see through her. Y'all just be rah-rah on her. Ooh, wow. She talking, that woman is not, as a woman, she is not your friend. She is not your friend. Okay? Anytime you tell me that no woman should be in a presidential position, I know you off and on the wrong path. I ain't about to follow you. So when she does these interviews and they end up on YouTube, look at the comments of people eating out of her butt. And the women eating out of her butt. This toxic patriarchal pushing crazy behind woman, accusing black women of turning their son's gay, which is a big lie, when she has a gay son that's trying to be a woman, and telling you that you should accept a malign place in society. But yet and still, she touts herself as the only person that's doing what she's doing and stuff like that. And she's, in a way, she's looked at as a leader. People are looking at her as a sort of a leader. Why don't you stay in your place, Angela, and just be a woman that's just backing men, backing a man? Stay in your place. You want to stay in ours? Okay. So not only are you an extremist, you're abusive and toxic, patriarchal, and also you're a hypocrite. All right, so it's time for us to do our due diligence and stop being taken in by people who know how to mince words and know what to say, to have you sitting up there talking about, oh, yes, she told him. Oh, baby, as a woman, period, you have no place in Angela's paradigm of liberation, but more so her paradigm of how we should be controlled. Okay, so y'all, let's stop giving our energy to people who can talk well and they sound good and stuff like that, and ultimately they don't have your best interest at heart. Okay, that's all I want to say. Peace, y'all. I love you. Please like and share this video. I appreciate you for listening. Peace, peace, and peace.